If you want to check us out on all of our social media platforms, on Twitter at TinfoilHatCast,
On Instagram at tinfoilhatpod.
or allcomedyt-shirts.com.
Email us at tinfoilhatpod@gmail.com.
Tinfoil hat. Tinfoil hat.
Hey man, we're spitting truth there, dog.
Tinfoil hat.
Oh, what the fuck are you guys even talking about?
Are you ready to get your mind blown?
Revolution will be podcasted.
Yeah, I think we're live. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Now I can hear me. Boom! Welcome to another episode of Tinfoil Hat. You know who we are. You know what we're here to do. Guys, the big date is slowly approaching. June 1st, Tinfoil Hat Comedy Night at Cobb's.
That's right.
In San Francisco. And then
Word.
June 2nd at the Punchline in Sacramento. Eddie Bravo, myself, Off the Grid, and Trez Mala will be live. We will be doing conspiracy and comedy. We'll be doing a Q&A at the end. Ask Eddie Bravo anything you want. Ask me anything you want. Ask Off the Grid what kind of conditioner he uses on that hair, because it is flowing. Go get that. Now, guys, make sure you go to the actual comedy club's websites, because there's third-party brokers that are selling these tickets for like $300. What are we, Hamilton? Come on. That's a good joke. So go get it. And again, whoever brings the most people to Cobb's, the most people to Cobb's with them, we are going to bring you backstage. You're going to smoke weed with Eddie Bravo, and we're going to do a podcast. And you're going to get your own personal podcast. You'll be part of it. Off the Grid, Eddie Bravo, myself will be going deep into it, homeboy. So go support the show. Guys, get those 5-star reviews going, man.
Oh, yeah.
We're doing great numbers on that. Also, the Patreon is cooking with gas. A lot of you guys always say, how can I support the show? Just go to Patreon, man. We put out 1 or 2 things a week for you guys, exclusive bonus. We'll do it from the Comedy Store. I just recorded something with my father where I'm talking about all the different conspiracies. I was really amazed at how open he was to it. And so it was very cool. Ryan just did one at the Comedy Store with, I think, Dana Moon. So we're always putting out original stuff, and it's a great way to support the show. Now, we've done something where most people won't do this, but we do $2 pledges, $3 pledges, and $5. If you really want to help the show, go $5. But if you can only, because I know everybody's hitting you up, go with the $2, man. That's why we threw it out there, because we know everybody's hitting everybody up on that. And T-shirts are coming out. I mean, the stuff that Ryan showed me is mind-blowing. We're going to have, we have about 8 T-shirts we're going to roll out. I think we should do 1 a month, maybe. 1 a month, and bang them out. What, you just want to throw them all out, Ryan?
Man, it's America. Make money. How can we
Ryan,
put this back into it?
killing me.
Yeah, we're gonna get some. We got like 3 or 4 hat designs I got in the works. Some hooded sweatshirts, even possible socks with our faces on it, so you can stink up
socks.
Sam's head. So,
Socks.
keep on looking. We're gonna launch our website after the Cobb's event.
So we're going to be starting to do a whole bunch of good stuff. We record this. We have, we're going to be recording within 4 days, 4 podcasts, because I'm going to be out of town upstate to go see my family. So we're going to bang them out, and they are all killer episodes. So thank you guys for your support. All Things Comedy loves us because we're the batshit crazy group of All Things Comedy. We're the cuckoo for Cocoa Puff people. Now, we're going to have a really fun episode today. I want to get into something real quick. Guys, you don't have to be in every conspiracy. Be into the ones you like. If you don't like it, doesn't mean you have to come hard in the paint on us, calling us gay Jew shills, okay? I am 2 of those. You can figure them out, okay? You can figure out. No, I'm none of those. I'm fluid, though, but don't worry about it. What was that? What'd you just, okay. We just got a thumbs up on turning the air conditioning off. Come with the love. Come with the love. It's all positive here. If you like what we're talking about today, go with that. If you don't like it, go to the next episode. Go to old episodes. But chill out with the anger and insulting. This is all a place of love. We spread love here, right, Ryan?
Yeah, Sam taught me not to fight back on Instagram. Just block and hide the story. So talk shit and you won't see us anymore.
I will block. I got a black belt in blocking, because it's just like I'm putting out this free content. Why do I need you going nuts on me? Okay? I'm not testifying in front of Congress. All right? I'm not part of the Mueller probe. All right? These are just 2 insanely crazy people trying to figure out life. and having no hopes of changing anything, just having a better understanding of it. And with that, let's bring in our guest.
That's right. He's been here before. He's one of my favorite MCs of all time. Please welcome to the Tinfoil Hat Podcast, 2Mex, everyone.
Yeah.
Welcome
What
back,
up, bro?
buddy.
Chilling, brother.
This is your third appearance, man.
So happy, bro.
Second
That
in the
makes you
studio.
Second. This is like, we did one Patreon and 2 of these. This makes you series regular.
Hey,
Man, I'm with it, bro.
How you been, man?
I'm so happy, bro. I'm good, man. I'm good. That was the perfect description of what you said. It's not like you're trying to change shape, but you just want to figure this shit out.
I just enjoy it, man.
I feel you, bro. That's me every day, bro. Like I said, bro. Today I'm fighting the Taco Bell Illuminati.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They got me today. They fucking, I spilled some chicken shit on my fucking shirt, so Taco Bell wins this round. You know what I'm saying?
Taco Bell.
It's funny that you
Taco
mentioned
Bell.
Illuminati. We're actually sponsored by Illuminatis, and if you notice there,
Yeah.
Illuminatis on
I see it,
Instagram.
bro. I see it, bro.
So they're spreading that cannabis love, and I happen to know that you are one of those. So.
Oh,
Even though
man.
I'm having a good hair day,
You
look
know,
at
I'm going
this,
to smoke
though.
one of those. You know, I'm going to smoke this, whatever this is right
You
here.
And this is
totally
going to go
smoke. Light
perfect
it
with
up,
what we're
man.
talking
Light it
about
up.
today.
Get weird.
Smoking one, bro, for
This
sure.
is after 5. Everyone's gone
So
home.
you got a new album now, right?
We get
Wanna
sponsored
pump
by
that?
cocaine.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead and push that before we get deep into
Oh,
our
yeah.
subject. here.
What's the last one I did? Yeah, I put out this little EP called the Gentrification EP because I gentrified other people's beats.
Yeah?
So I was like, ooh, gentrification. I'm going to just take Kendrick Lamar and all these hot beats and make a little EP out of it.
Yeah, that's
So it was dope.
that's done a lot in the hip hop world.
Oh yeah, remixes and all this stuff like that. Sometimes before I make sometimes when I'm not trying to make a real album in the sense of like taking months to make original content, I'll make a remix record and just be like, let me grab these 3 or 4 hot beats. I took one of the beats from Black Panther, some other Frank Ocean, some other cats, and I just took a bunch of beats and just, wrote.
Have you seen the
dropped a bunch of stuff.
remixes of the yodeling kid from Walmart?
Yes.
Oh, I could listen to that all day.
Man, that kid's fire, bro. Like,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's the hottest thing on earth, bro.
He is getting it, dude.
Yo, bro, he went from Walmart to Coachella, bro. Like, I mean, that's leaps and bounds, bro. That's America right there.
How long until he's smacking around his publicist, telling people not to look him in the eye?
He's getting there, bro. He's
How long-
already there, bro.
When does he start referring to himself in third person? Yodeler doesn't like when people look him in the eye.
He already wakes up at 4 a.m. to look at his streams.
That's so
and it
great.
fucking, depending on how his streams are, he yells at his parents.
Why are there yellow M&Ms in Yodeler's M&Ms?
Yo, for real, bro.
Smack a bitch.
Yo, bro, he's super mad, bro. He's not calling anybody back right now. He's not calling Beyonce back.
Yeah.
You've
He's
still
hot
been
right now.
grinding, man. I saw you have a pretty big show come up in, is it the Glass House?
Yeah, at the
Return.
world famous Glass House, bro, in Pomona. We taking it back to the punk rock, hip hop days, man. I'm throwing a show July 28th, with Sick Jack. And man, it totally fits your crowd right here, bro. Tinfoil Hat family. Come check out my show. It's July 28th. It's at the Glass House. Sick Jackin' from Psycho Realm, which is talking all kind of street poetics, anti-governmental shit. And then for the first time in 3 years, the reunion of my band, the Shapeshifters. Shapeshifters, the reunion, man. That's, if anybody knows, that's like 10 MCs. And you want to talk about conspiracy hip hop. Shapeshifters is the epitome of conspiracy hip hop, bro. Shapeshifters is so conspiracy hip hop that we got to find some of the members, bro. We're going to have to find dudes like 3 days before, babysit them, put them in a hotel.
Yeah.
Because the
Just like Blues Travelers where you got to go
bro,
and save people.
I'm going to just tell you, Circus, the main MC in Shapeshifters, he walked off the Santa Monica Pier because voices in his head, the Illuminati told him, bro, to kill himself, bro. He walked off the Santa Monica Pier. And
Is he
when
dead?
when he hit the water, he woke up. He went to jail.
Shit.
He went to jail. But,
Halt, they threw him in jail for trying to kill himself?
Yeah,
That
that's
seems-
against the
yeah,
law.
bro,
You
it's
can't do
against the
that.
law to walk off the pier, bro.
That seems counterproductive.
Yeah, bro, for sure.
Hey, dude, don't kill yourself. By the way, here's a ticket.
Yo, but Circus, man. Circus is that dude, man. So Circus, AWOL 1, Radio Inactive.
Well, I hope he's doing better.
Oh, you know what? One day I see him, and this fool pins me in the corner, and he's just like, just totally is mine,
Do you think it was drugs?
Since he was 8, imagine being in like an Alex Jones family since you were 8, right?
Yeah.
And your uncle like pumping you with that information. And the thing is, you know how we all look at YouTube and go down the YouTube K-hole?
Yeah.
Imagine you, at some point at 4, 5, 6 in the morning, you're like, I gotta go to bed, right?
Yeah.
brother never goes to bed, bro. He
Keeps
he
going?
goes hard, bro. He goes hard, bro. Circus, my boys. I mean, he, like I said, one day I'll see him in the streets and he'll be like, follow me until the unlimited continues. One day the power elite will fall at the feet of those that have the least to eat. And he'll just say all this wild shit. And then I'm like, my bro's losing his mind.
Yeah.
And then the next day on Facebook, he's playing golf. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So he's cool. It just depends, bro. Like,
It is that fine line you have to watch.
Yeah,
And
bro.
I get there sometimes because I get inundated with all this crazy stuff about all the stuff's going on, and I don't know why I just said it's crazy because it's not. It's just
not, bro. It's
stuff
just-
that most people won't understand. Black belt shit, I call it. And it's like, wow, man,
they're
all
scared,
this
bro.
shit
People
is
are
going
scared,
on.
bro. People are just scared. Every time something. The other day I was telling people at a college that I was like, look, the same people that are funding this ignorant Little Pump, garbage ass bullshit, Little Pump, Tekashi 6ix9ine, the same people that are funding that shit are funding the prison industrial complex.
100%.
So they're getting you at a young age to be ignorant as fuck, and then they're just scooping you up, bro, in prison and making bank off you.
No.
But when I tell people shit like that, they get all like, oh, that's deep, or you're woke, and then it just stops. That's all they can do. They can just, listen to it and be like, oh, and then that's all they can accept, bro. And life is, somebody's got to do something, homie. Like,
It's
you know
a
what I'm
very
saying?
interesting
That's
thing.
why we exist.
We have the rules of the Ronin that I follow. Rule number 1 is that, I'm a part of no group. Rule number 2 is that I do not defend anyone I don't personally know. Number 3 is I do not defend any action I'm not personally a part of. Number 4, and it's kind of what you're talking about, I do not give information to those who do not seek it. And number 5, we right the wrongs. That overrides everything else. That is the golden rule, number 5. But it's that moment in which you want to talk to these people about what's going on, and they shut down, especially on the left. They are very much into, I want to believe what I want to believe, and if I get information that does not support that, I disengage. And they kind of get this weird kind of look off where they're like, oh, sad face. And it's just,
right.
and it's like, that's the moment I want to stay in. I want to be like, what is this?
Yeah.
Let's explore what this is. But they get very angry, and then it becomes like this, oh, you're bullying me or nothing. It's like, okay, I just violated number 4. I got to move on.
It's like this, brother. Like this week, right? And I'm talking about today. Donald Glover, Childish Gambino, whatever, just put out a dope song with a lot of really dope symbolism in the video. Like there's like a black choir singing and he fucking guns them down. There's some death on a pale horse with the cops, but him and his friends who are all black, they're too busy dancing to see death riding a pale horse walking by them. It's fucking sick as fuck, right? And it's like, and it's all this dope symbolism and shit about how they're like, he's dancing, and then at one point he's kind of being kind of gay and shit, like I'm so pretty, like on some woman feminized shit. And when you watch it in a small clip, you might not understand it. When you watch the video in the whole context, you're like, dope, dude, he's on some Behold the Pale Horse shit, he's on some fucking this and that. And it's like that could be news, and the kids are like, oh, he's woke or whatever. They use this stupid ass word woke to be like, that's conscious or whatever. And so they'll see it, somewhat accept it, and then just move on like it doesn't matter.
But it doesn't influence their actions.
No, yeah, exactly.
It's
That's
just
what
like,
I'm
you're
saying.
woke, and high five,
Yeah.
and they all go eat Taco Bell with the Taco
It's like
Illuminati.
it's like Kendrick Lamar won a Pulitzer Prize for an album that drops some knowledge, but says some whatever shit too. But dude, over and over and over and over again, there's artists that drop real knowledge in music, like real knowledge, like the shit that you don't want to hear. You know what I mean? I'm one of them, and it's like, I guess when a situation happens, like what happened with his video, every time something like that happens, I want to stay in the fucking moment. I want to explore this shit.
I love
You know what I mean?
uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And now in comedy, we're so far away from that now. If it's not just like boom, 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 laugh,
Yeah,
laugh, laugh,
yeah.
people get like, oh, it's not going. Well, no, dude. I love him. Like, I laugh to me. You hear comics say it all the time, and I don't believe everyone who says it. Like, I love a boo just as much as a laugh. Like, there's a lot of comics who say that. There's not a lot of comics who live that life, dog,
Right.
And I love it. My friends are in the room. I just did his show, and bam, I'm eating a dog's dick on stage, talking about sex cults and how you got to join all these groups to make it in Hollywood. Like, there's literally an agreement. Like, if you're not gay or Jewish or a Scientologist or sober, and you can't. And Tom Cruise is all those,
Right.
And if you're not part of those groups, good luck on making it in this town. And and people get quiet.
And the shit is real. It's absolutely 1,000% real, and they just don't want to accept it. You know what I mean? They do not want to accept
This
shit.
notion that entertainment has to be patty cakes is the dumbing down of society. This notion that as a comedian, I'm so jealous of drama. Drama can go so far, and everyone's like, oh, that's so brave. They're so brave. But when you look at what they say comics, what's brave in comedy, it's such hack ass shit.
Yeah, no, for sure. People think going deep is talking about a dead baby or some shit like that. No, going deep is talking about some knowledgeable shit.
Yeah.
But people don't, when it comes to that shit, they just don't want to hear it, bro. I don't know what the fuck it is. As soon as it starts getting to that uncomfortable level, it's an automatic tune out. You know what I mean? In music, as soon as it's what? I remember kids always used to, when I was first rapping, my friends were like, dude, the beats are cool, but what the fuck are you talking about, bro? You know what I mean? What the fuck are you talking about? And I'm like, read a fucking book, bro.
Yeah.
Watch the fucking news, bro.
I've literally had to start a comedy room that goes every night a week just to make a place so that people can go and fail and talk about some shit.
Yeah. It actually, I'll tell you this. You want to hear some shit? It actually fucked up my confidence where I would be at shows in different towns and I would be like, oh, I'm going to do some party shit, more safer shit. Mm-hmm. And there would always be 5 or 6 dudes in the back row no, do the fucking paranoia shit.
Yeah.
Do it. And it'd be like, you 5 want to hear it. But right here, fool, it's a Friday night.
Yeah.
College town.
Yeah.
They just want to hear some hype shit. They don't give a fuck what you're talking about. And there's always those dudes in the back no, we want the fucking real shit.
Right.
And so it's a weird thing. It's a weird line you got to walk. Because am I going to do the real shit that's true to me for the 5 dudes or am I going to bum out the party? Yeah. I find myself almost apologizing sometimes when I perform. Thank you for putting up with my emo bullshit. And it's why should I fucking apologize, bro? I got to stand on what the fuck I'm standing on. You know what I mean? But it's weird, bro. One time I played in front of 65,000 people. And what did I do? I was 65,000 people. I was pull out that House of Pain, jump around. Instead of hitting them maybe with some deeper shit, I was I'm in front of 65,000 people. Throw this fucking jump around shit so I can get them on my side.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's that's that mentality that even someone that's trying to be deep has to deal with, because you're I'm stepping into this crowd. When I see the times I've seen you do comedy, bro, you're doing you. You're I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And then when they don't laugh, you're you can't take it, bro. What's wrong with you, bro? You're not a grown up, bro. You know what I mean? I see how you do it, bro. I think that's the way to go, which is why I gravitate towards listening to you guys' podcast and seeing what you guys are doing.
People are, and we'll get into what we're here to talk about. People are so afraid to rock the boat because they have a family, they have kids, in particular children. People with children are very afraid to take a look at what's the fuck's really going on. And because they got bills, they have to pay bills, they got a mortgage, they got a car, they got kids. But what they don't understand is by not questioning it, by not sitting in the moment and not raging against the machine, they are actually setting up a world where their kids are fucked. And it's going to be setting up a world where when you're going on Amazon and you're buying shit on Amazon and not getting in your car, driving down the main street, buying fucking local shit from local venues.
Supporting.
Because it's a cheaper dollar that helps you save a little money because your kid's going to this, your kid's going to that school or that school. And, you are actually making it so when that kid gets to that age, there's no jobs around. Because Amazon has 8 employees doing this $1 billion gig.
But isn't that been the goal of humanity, to get to full automation?
No.
Do you guys like
are
working?
Lizard people.
Well, do you guys like working? Yeah, I know that if technology can alleviate us from the pressures of work, then why shouldn't we just?
But see, that's what you
turn
say.
on them Terminators?
You said it right there. technology will alleviate us. That's it. Like
Alleviate's an interesting word.
It's gonna alleviate us completely.
Or
you know
replace
what I mean?
us.
I used to, yeah, bro. Like I remember always, I always say this shit. When supermarkets had to check out yourself shit, and I would be like, no, I want to speak to a human. I'd rather wait in line. I want to speak to a human. And they would always like, get mad at me at the fucking supermarket. And I'd be like, no, I want to speak to a human. And then little by little, like looking at the person like, dude, this shit's going to take your job. And then now when I go to that same Ralph's in LA, there's way less employees, bro. And now that section is huge. Yeah. That's like half the checkout line. Yeah. It's like the self shit. You know what I mean? And they're gone, bro. And you know what I mean? And like I said, automation, yeah, there's things that automation can help out, bro. You don't want to lift heavy boxes and do some shit, of course, brother. Like robotics, there's a world for robotics to do some shit that we can't do. But to be honest, like it's eliminating everything. I mean, they don't want you to leave the house. As we step into the age of virtual reality and all this shit, they don't want you to leave the house, bro. Like,
it's getting more and more Matrix by the
right
day.
now, who needs to fuck a bitch when there's so much hot pussy online? You know what I'm saying?
Even
like,
porn and MMA is going to be out because we're going to watch robots hump and we're going to watch robots box.
And at the same time, probably too.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, we're at that point, bro. Like, people don't go out, man. I know. I got some dudes that are never been too socially good with the girls and shit, and they literally, bro, they just stay home and jack off, bro. Like, they're like, there's no need to procreate, bro. There's no need to fucking meet somebody organically. There's no need to communicate. All our relationships are all online and are hella superficial and shit, and they're, you know what I mean? Like, a woman will never be loyal to you because she's got 75 dudes in her fucking DMs. So why the fuck, if you fucking say one thing wrong or don't connect immediately in the first 5 minutes, then she's like, next, there's fucking, you know what I mean? As soon as a woman posts a picture of herself looking good, just because you think she looks good, there's 100,000 dudes that think she looks good. Yeah. So it's a wrap, dude. I have a female rapper friend of mine that's really popular, and dude, she showed me her DMs one day just joking around, and she was like, I get 40 dick pics a day. She's like, I literally, and I'm like, shut up, you don't get that. She was like, I just get hundreds, because I was bitching at her about, like, I was like, bitch, why don't you call me back when I be writing you and shit? She's like, dude, my messages, it's a wrap, dude. She's like, ever since I became a little more famous, she's like, I get 80 to 130 DMs a day. And she's a fine ass chick who's an artist traveling the world, bro. She's getting 5, 6, 7, 800 DMs a day, and it's just a bunch of dudes throwing dick at her.
I love that guy, dick pics. Like, does anyone ever send a dick pic going, oh, this will seal the deal?
Yeah, my dick's not a star, bro.
This is what she's looking for.
Yeah, my dick's not a star like
How
that,
I meet your grandma. While I saw her, she took this awesome butt picture, and I sent her a picture of my root, and the rest is history.
Yeah, bro. So I'm just saying, like, all that shit's fucked up, bro. And technology, I don't know, bro. I know we're talking about symbolism, bro. There's just, the symbolism has been there. It's been, and people just don't fucking see it, bro. They don't fucking give a fuck, bro. If they can save 50 cents,
that's the whole thing.
Fuck,
people,
bro.
And libertarians are like, I get a lot of shit. Like, I'm libertarian on some shit, but that whole notion of like, oh, whatever, dude, Walmart's great. They can save a fucking dollar in labor. I'm like, you don't see big picture, man. Yeah. Like, what is the point of being an American if it's not about unity and about supporting each other? If everything is about greed and the quick buck and to fuck everybody out of a dollar, like, what is this about? What is the point of the flag? And we can get into racism, all that in another day. But what is the point of being? I'm proud. What is when you say I'm proud to be an American? What does that mean? If it's like I'm gonna go to Walmart where they pay nobody anything to get fucking shit made in a fucking sweatshop in a fucking third world, what does that mean?
Right. Well, like I said, bro, like, you told me the topic today was symbolism, right? I'll give you an example, bro. Ice-T, right? The rapper Ice-T. He came out with a song called Cop Killer, right? So what did the fucking industry do, bro? They're like, oh, Cop Killer? We'll just make you a cop on TV for 15 years. Yeah. So it's like, you know what I mean? It's like, he was on some Cop Killer shit and really sparking up the black and urban youth to be on some fuck the cops, this and that. And the industry was like, give him a job. You know what I'm saying? There's a rapper named Mike Ladd from New York. And a long time ago, he made a song and the song goes, Snoop Doggy Dogg got a jobby job, and now he's Snoop Dippy Doo. You know what I mean? And I was always like, true, bro. Or like Ice Cube, bro. Like, Ice Cube, America's Most Wanted, fucking, you know what I mean? Burn, dude, it's funny how he had a song called Burn Hollywood Burn, right? Ice Cube. burn Hollywood, burn. Now he owns the franchise of Hollywood Squares.
What do you think
You know
that
what I mean?
is?
It's,
Can't beat him, join him.
It's that whole concept. It's like, I'm not selling out, I'm buying in. It's like if you become too much of a threat, they're either gonna kill you, discredit you, whatever, kill you, call you a pedophile, whatever, or they're gonna fucking be like, just pay that fool. And just pay that fool to soft. Ice Cube went from America's Most Wanted to Are We There Yet? A bunch of fucking movies with a bunch of little kids. You know what I'm saying? And Ice Cube, dude, when you think of Ice Cube in a movie, he's not mean. He's not fucking... Dude, Ice Cube's a fucking joke, bro. No disrespect, but I see Ice Cube at concerts, and that's the only time he comes out dressed like a gangster, and WC does his little crib dance. He's not a fucking gangster, bro. You haven't been a gangster in a long time,
Well, a
bro,
lot of
and
people
you're not.
don't realize that. I mean, like,
You know what I'm saying?
he had two parents, both had jobs, came from a thing, and then kind of like was sold this character. And no different. Ice Cube is no different than Larry the Cable Guy.
Yeah, exactly,
It's the
bro.
same thing. Like, Larry the Cable Guy isn't that redneck hick dude. He's a dude that was road dogging forever, started doing this character. The character took off.
Right.
And like, people don't understand that. Like, people are destroying Kanye right now. And you can say whatever you want about Kanye, whether this is a mental illness thing or him. You're like, they're destroying Kanye, and they're all like, that's why I love Snoop Dogg. And you're like, well, you don't realize that, like, Snoop Dogg had a murder rap, dude. And he was facing murder, and then he got out there, and now he's got 19 shows. He's cooking with Martha Stewart.
Right,
it's
right.
like, there's some
But
sellout shit
that's what
going
I'm.
down.
Well, the thing is that it's like, it's more of, like I said, man. If you become strong enough a threat on some Tupac shit, obviously, I worked for Interscope Records and Death Row Records right when Tupac died. I was fucking there in Westwood, having to go up into the record label with security guards and off-duty cops and all that shit. And dude, Tupac, right before he died, his next album was called The Don Killuminati. Now, based on the last record, before that selling 3.2 million, you figured that the next record was going to sell 3 to 5, 6 million. And the number one question is, when you put out a new album, is why do you name your album that? Imagine if Tupac would have sold 6 million units of a record called... Now the Illuminati symbol is very plain and basic, Taco Bell, all this shit. It's very like out there. But it's like, at that time in 1996, Tupac would have put out a record called The Don Killuminati, Kill the Illuminati. In fact, I had a promo. I used to have a promo before he died. I had a promo cassette that said The Don Killuminati. And I was even like, because I was awake back then. I was like, dude, Tupac's putting out a record called Killuminati, Kill the Illuminati. And that shit just cut that shit up. Smooth cut the shit off.
Yeah,
I mean,
Confucius said, signs and symbols rule the world, not words nor laws. So that's, I mean, he wrote that like, what, 400 AD, BC is like, so these symbols that we're going to get into right now, they've passed through generations and cultures and eons and different people, and we still have them today. And so,
Well, the Illuminati, you got to understand something. This is long game shit. Like, the shit that we're seeing going right now was planned 100 a year ago,
game.
200
Perfect,
years
bro.
ago.
I love it, bro. It's true.
They didn't go, oh, this has to happen within the next 30 minutes or else I got to go to lunch. It's like, hey, man, I'll probably be dead, long dead, before it happens, but I'm setting this so that the people who...
That's what people need to understand. I appreciate. That's what I'm talking about, bro. The long game. You ever seen that movie? Now You See Me, the magic movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How homeboy put to do a card trick. He put a motherfucking card inside of a tree when it was young, and 50 years later did the trick because he knew the card would be inside of the tree. Now that's some Illuminati long game shit.
That's the long.
That's the long.
game.
Will Smith and Focus. You ever seen that movie Focus with Will Smith, where they're like, he's trying to get money. He's a con man, and dude, he sets this dude up for 3 years, bro. He's been in this dude's head subliminally for 3 years, waiting for 3 years. He's not even trying to get him for any money now.
we call that the Joey Diaz.
Yeah,
When you're in the head for a
and he's
long
just
time.
laying in on him, bro. And 3 years later, after conditioning, and that's how you get it. And that's how we are
Women
getting got
do
all
that
the time.
sometimes with famous guys, right? They'll date them, play the game. And I have some of my friends who are peaking right now financially, and I'm like, and you know how shady they are? I'm like, those chicks know. They're just waiting till that money peaks, and right before it's about to go, boom, they're gonna be like later.
Yeah, no, women. I mean, women do it on another level. You know what I'm
Men do
saying?
too. I mean, we
Yeah,
all.
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
want to
yeah.
say like one group is worse
No,
than the
no,
other.
no,
I
for
think
sure.
we all play games on each other, and it's like within art.
Well,
within
you know what?
business,
When
you set
women,
it up.
as women get older, I'm not trying to diss women, but as they get older, and if they're not married and shit, they start looking at some of the prospects that they kind of like turned away and shit, and then they're like, you know what? He does have a nice job, and
Yeah.
he is a nice dude. You know what I mean? All nice.
See that chick from high school that wouldn't give you time. Now she got 3 kids. You're like, what up? babe?
Dude.
Every girl that ever says I like redheads or gingers, like no. Where were you most of my life?
Oh yeah, no, I see that though. I see women that like, I see dudes that were chasing a woman for 5-6 years, and now like the woman's not 22 no more, and now she's like 29, 31, and now he's like, oh yeah, she's all in my life.
I see
now.
guys do that in the industry though. It's like they buddy up with you, and then if they don't want to sign with you, they'll like they'll stop returning emails.
I'm
and
sure the
shit.
industry's like that, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure this industry, the music industry is most definitely like that. I personally, like I said, man, I grew up with dudes from like the Black Eyed Peas and all these other like some big bands, right? But I would never like, I don't look at my homie like, oh, my homie's a multi-platinum artist. Like, this is the right time to be like, we need to do a collab. It's like, fool, if it naturally happens, then it naturally
Well,
happens.
the industry, like
You know
if
what
you
I
look
mean?
at managers and agents, their whole thing is long game. They're like you're not gonna make me any money for right now, but if you hit, that's when I'm gonna make all my cash.
Oh yeah. No, the industry definitely like the industry. They'll roll up 10 artists to see if one of them hits.
Yeah.
And they'll just throw a little bit behind 10 artists, and then if one hits, then one hits. But I see it in the industry a lot. I know in the music industry, like a lot of times when someone makes it, I have friends that have kind of made it, and then you're like, oh, dope. Me personally, I just get happy. I'm like, oh, dude, homie, the homie winning a Grammy or whatever, or the homie doing this. I'm like, I'm happy. Whereas other people are like, man, I'm trying to find the fool now, and he's not fucking calling me back. I'm like, why? If you weren't fucking,
Here's
you know who he is, but you weren't kicking it with him 5 years ago. Now you're on his nuts and shit.
When my
like,
friends blow up, I always know there's a period in which they're gone.
yeah.
I just know it. I just know it. They're gone. Okay, you blew up. I know you're in that world
Go
and
get
you're
your money.
enjoying
Yeah.
that world, but they always come back.
Oh yeah.
Because they know who the real G is.
Well, they know the thing is, they always come back because at some point they're like, I don't have any real friends,
Yeah.
and I don't, everybody's always like, I have friends that are wealthy men, and they're always like, man, the bank of Chris is closed, bro. Why is everybody always? And I'm like, yo, bro, because you're too generous, bro. You're over here buying all the rounds, bro. So people get used to you buying all the rounds, all the bitches. You're fucking over here dropping money on the broads and shit. You know what I mean? So it's like, it doesn't take long for people to start assuming, you know what I mean? I have friends in my life that every time we go out to eat, because I've treated them a lot, every single time they're not even looking at the check, bro. They just know, oh, Tumek's got this shit, Alex got this shit, and it's like, and I do get it if I got it.
Yeah.
But it's like,
I'm all about that.
It becomes a real condition, bro. It's like conditioning, bro. Like once if you start getting treated nice and somebody's like throwing it around, then everybody starts do the barnacles, bro.
Yep.
You know what I mean? People become barnacles.
I know that you've read some of these.
Let's
You're one of the
get
few
into these
people that have
symbols.
read some of the occult books. Have you ever heard of Manly P. Hall?
No.
You ever heard this name? So it's a
No.
good start if you want to understand like symbology. So Manly Palmer Hall was born in 1901 and he died in 1990. He was a Canadian-born author, lecturer, astrologer, and mystic. He's best known for his 1928 work, The Secret Teachings of All Ages. Over his 70-year career, he gave thousands of lectures, including 2 at Carnegie Hall, and published over 150 volumes. The reason I'm talking about this guy is because he really got into breaking down symbols. In 1934, he founded the Philosophical Research Society in Los Angeles. It's still there, which he dedicated to what he quote-unquote truth seekers of all time. And in this place, he had a research library, lecture hall, publishing. So we've talked about in the past, in the 30s, LA was like a hotbed for a cult, right? And so this whole thing that he was getting into was so that you could understand these ancients. And here's a quote from him. Symbolism is the language of the mysteries. By symbols, men have ever sought to communicate to each other those thoughts which transcend the limitations of language.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's a great way to let people know what's really going on when they're trying to figure out what's really going on. Meaning that, let's take when we talk about these false flags all the time, right? Mm-hmm. How like we know when we see somebody with their shoes off, that's a symbol.
Yep.
Right?
Comes from masonry.
Right? We know that. So with these Illuminati, we're going to get into these symbols. What are these symbols and what they represent?
All right, so here's another quote from Manly Hall. To live in the world without becoming aware of the meaning of the world is like wandering about in a great library without touching the books. It always seemed to me that the symbolism should be restored to the structure of world education. The young are no longer invited to seek the hidden truths.
It's fair. Dude,
that's for sure. I mean, that's the thing.
Sure,
the thing is this, man. Higher knowledge. Kids don't even read now. I mean, we went from striving to academia. You know what I mean? Striving to have all this knowledge. To dude, look at the kids now, bro. Like they don't read. No one reads. Newspapers are dead. Magazines are dead. You know what I'm saying? Dude, all of our news, I heard ESPN, how ESPN was dying for a minute because they had to like catch up to social media. ESPN was tanking because why do you care about ESPN when every second, you know what I mean? Dude,
yeah.
the game ends, some basketball game ends and I just get a notification on my phone like, da-na-na, real quick. And I'm like, okay. Or you know what I mean? Like everything's so, I remember watching this season, I'm a Lakers fan. And,
I'm sorry.
And if I wouldn't, yeah. For real, it's gonna be a minute, and it's like every game, bro. Like, I wouldn't even watch the game because I know that 5 minutes after the game, there's about a 6-minute recap where I can watch every basket made.
Yeah.
And it's like cut,
Yeah.
cut, and it's like I can just watch the recap, bro. So why watch the game?
What's so interesting is that the internet both opened us to this amazing. This flow of information. We had a friend, Jason Louvain, and he talked about how the internet made it so that we could. For the first time ever, the masses got the wisdom of the elites, and that scared them. Because people who would be like, "Dude, this is going on," you'd be like, "Whatever, I don't want to read your book." Now it's like, "Oh, I just click on this, I click on that, click on this." So now they're flooding it. It's like people always say people are getting dumber. I don't agree with that. I think people are just inundated with useless knowledge. Do not tell me peasants from the 1500s Russia were these fucking Einsteins. No, they just weren't bombarded with Kim Kardashian's ass every 2 seconds. What black athlete are the Kardashians destroying today? That kind of shit that is just floods you.
Yeah, no, for sure, bro. And I mean, and all it does is desensitize us to ass. I remember a nice, beautiful ass would get me real excited.
Yeah.
Now it's like, so what? So what, bitch? So what? So like literally Instagram, which is my social media of choice, and fucking dude, I swear to God, bro. Sometimes going back to that concept of not wanting to go out with a woman or whatever, I still long. I need a woman's touch, bro, all the time, bro. I'm sorry. I'm like fiending to cuddle, bro. Cuddle or die trying. But I'm one of those dudes. But it's so when it comes to women, bro, on the internet. Maybe when I first got on Instagram, maybe I just added 10,000 women and no dudes. But all my shit is just ass.
Oh, that's me too. It's who you follow.
But
you won't do it on the
Instagram. But it's
you
just
won't follow.
so. But it's so like. But dude, there's so much ass that it. It reminds me of when I was touring in Japan in the late '90s. The Japanese sex culture, porn culture was really like. Weird, right? And my
octopus.
Oh, dude, and my boy was telling me, he was like, "Yo, well, the Japanese are mad repressed, so they were so repressed that it takes more for them to get off because they went from not being able to show anything to now that they're on, the Germans with their crazy torture, and all the Germans go out crazy with their porn, dude. I've been to Austria, bro.
Yeah.
I've been to Germany. I've been to whorehouses. I've been to whorehouses in Czechoslovakia. I've been all over the world, bro. I've been to brothels. I've seen it all, bro. I'm not a spring chicken, bro. I've been in Amsterdam. I'll be in Amsterdam for days, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'll blow my check in Amsterdam.
You'll get residency
Oh,
there.
bro, my fucking
The
bro,
dog show, then fucking
I be having chapped penis, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Penis be like,
You go knuckle up.
oh, bro, I've sat there in drinking mushroom tea, just laid out on a common sidewalk in Amsterdam, like next to a trash can. Fool, I'll wake up next to trash cans, fool, like in the middle of nowhere, bro. Like,
well, what's funny that before we started recording, we were talking about do you think these symbols that covering the eye that
Yeah.
celebrities do? Do you think this is like the hidden eye, the eye of Lucifer, the eye of Horus? Do you like?
What are we talking about? Do you have any instances of like we're talking about in terms of like was the eye or this or is it this?
So the hidden
This?
eye,
Is it
the
this?
hidden eye is covering one eye. So covering it, and that's how you see it, right?
Yeah, well, I think that once again, if you're a model or a celebrity or anything, dude, you're subject to hundreds of photo shoots, bro. The common 15-year-old child does photo shoots, selfies, like everyone's doing photo shoots. So out of the millions of poses, when you do that pose, if you're even halfway, I remember George Bush throwing up the horns or something at a Texas game or something, the Texas Longhorns.
horns.
Yeah, and it's like, so it's like, is it just because you put your hand over your eye? Are you part of the Illuminati? I just think it's dumb, bro, because I don't think everyone does it knowingly. Now, there's some people that are MK Ultra and go through fucking that are like basically trained and,
Yeah.
Do you have symbols that we can take a look at?
Yeah, we're a podcast. If you're watching this on YouTube, go fuck yourself. But so one of the ideas is the pyramid. Because look, we put breadcrumbs out. All right.
Yeah.
This isn't the trough. You guys aren't piglets. You guys don't want to get all your information here.
I don't want to say
So-
fuck yourself to the YouTube people.
That's because you read the comments. I don't.
Yeah.
The pyramid and the all-seeing eye, as we all know, is
Right.
probably the Illuminati's most common. And this is the Eye of Providence. The Illuminati pyramid.
Do you have a picture of it?
Yeah, it's literally right there. This is also known as the Eye of Providence. The Illuminati pyramid was added to the original design and the so-called Great Seal of the United States in 1776. Coincidentally, the exact same year the Bavarian Illuminati was founded.
Wow.
Doubled up, right?
Yeah.
To the day, this prominent feature is most widely circulated, and you can see it on the planet, the dollar bill. It's
Okay,
everywhere.
I got a question for y'all. So once again, as we see this Illuminati symbol on this joint that I'm about to smoke, this lighter, this T-shirt, this hat, Taco Bell Illuminati, all over and over and over again. So do you think that in 2018 it's lost its value? Like it's like, is that the long game? Like to just condition us
Well-
to be like, yeah, I'm rocking the shit. I'm you know what I'm saying? Like
With the awakening of, like, I know you hate that word woke, but the awakening of the community.
Yeah.
Now I think they are flooding, that they're putting it everywhere to make it feel that that it has no symbolism.
right.
Do you know?
Yeah,
Taco Bell. We're going back to Taco Bell, but that's done purposefully, in my
Right,
opinion, to water down what this all represents.
Okay, I got some symbolism.
Like Justin Bieber doing that. Like I get that. I get that there is this thing that anybody could do that. Like, okay, real quick, we go here.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
him
right
doing
there.
this, that's just one moment
Yeah,
in time that
that's
you
what I agree
freeze,
with you. I agree.
Okay?
I
But,
agree
like,
with Bill Clinton.
This shit to me is like, it's just interesting. Why would you, I don't know. These are people that are successfully involved in an industry in which we've talked about that is ran by these people.
Yeah, but see, the thing is that chances are that whoever the photographer is telling them to do that.
Yeah.
You get me? So it's like you get put in those positions, cause dude, that's classic trainer shit. You know what I'm saying? You're like, you know what I mean? You're a little kid, bro. You're like, put your hand, do this and do that. You're being trained. You know
So
what I'm
the
saying?
pyramid and the all-seeing eye also stand for hierarchy and control as representing the violent eye of Horus, a symbol of royal authority in ancient Egypt. The pyramid also features 13 steps. And we're talking about the pyramid that's on the back
The
of the
dollar
dollar bill.
bill.
Yeah.
Which some say is representative of the 13 bloodlines. Think the 13 colonies.
Families,
Yeah.
and the
Of the
13
United
families.
For sure.
Yeah.
It's numbers,
For
right?
sh-
That
That's
shit's
a
for sure, bro.
crazy-ass
Yeah,
thing.
that shit. There's 13 families and the bloodlines and the royal bloodlines and the, you know what I'm saying. And that goes back. We won't get into it, but that'll, those families some of them are connected to, the Greys and all that kind of shit. But ultimately, I feel like where we live right now in 2018, the symbolism is preparing us over and over again, dude. 1/3 of every movie that comes out is about the destruction of Earth. You cannot fucking go to the movies and not see 6 trailers about something landing and fucking the Earth up. Aliens, Godzilla, something. You know what I mean? Like, everything's a motherfucking disaster. Over and over and over again. All movies are about the end of the Earth or the impending doom of the world because it's conditioning us slowly to accept it, to know that it's gonna come.
Well, they've said that with aliens,
all that shit,
AI, like it's all conditioned us to be ready.
Have y'all seen Infinity War? I saw that shit last night.
I haven't seen it yet.
Okay, well, if you want to talk about population control and this plot to destroy 90% of the population on Earth, that movie that's what it's about. The movie's about Thanos coming
Agenda
in
21.
and destroying, wrecking shop, fool. And I ain't gonna spoil it for you, bro. Like, if you ain't seen it, if you're trying to see it, I'm not trying to, people, if you ain't seen the movie now, bro, this shit came out a week ago. But
I know,
I'm not trying. Hey, I'm not trying to. I won't spoil it for you, bro.
I want to see it, and then she never wants to see
Hey,
it.
I'm not.
So I get
I
it,
won't spoil it for you, bro. But it's on that tip, bro. It's like it's about somebody saying that I am God, and the only way to continue life is to destroy all of it. The only difference between the movie and the real agenda to destroy us all is that in the movie they say we don't discriminate against poor or rich. So if I want to destroy half the universe, I'm not discriminating whether you're poor, rich, affluent, or weak. But in the real agenda, if you're poor, bro, good night, bro. It's a wrap for you.
What's Bill
You know what
Gates
I'm saying?
came out
Like,
is basically
it's a wrap,
like,
you know what I mean?
Poor kids ruin the planet. Like, he's basically coming out. He's like talking about how there's going to be a plague, takes out 30 million
Bro,
people. It's
how
like,
many?
What
How
the
many?
fuck are you
dude,
talking about?
No one talks about the level of impotence that we've been poisoned, bro. Like, men are impotent, bro. Like, there's a reason. Why the fuck did the birth rate drop so astronomically, bro, in the last 30 years? The birth rate is, men are fucking sterile, bro.
I don't know. When I'm on the
bro.
405, I'm okay with that.
You
I
know
guess.
what I'm saying?
I'm
Like,
fuck, man.
I mean,
less
it's like
birth rate.
prison. Well, that's why when you go to prison, that's why you drink salt. The water has saltpeter in it, and the cranberry juice. For all my people that have been to
fountain
jail
out there had saltpeter in it.
Dude, that shit had egg peter. That shit was disgusting, bro. That water out there was Illuminati, bro. No, I'm just fucking with you.
This other one that everyone knows is the square and compass. And with
Right.
with all due respect to Pat Miletich, and who we know listens, and I've shaken his hand and I've looked at his ears, so I know you're a Freemason, but this is just what everyone puts out there. So you might want to skip ahead.
What's
Pat.
it look like? Do we have that? We don't.
The compass
Yeah.
and the square represents basically. So the square you make angles. The compass you can make circles. Together you can make the universe.
Math. Yeah, it's all math. You know what I mean? It's higher knowledge, bro. It's all parlor tricks, bro. Thimble rigging. It's all sleight of hand, bro. Everything is, how can I sleight of hand you out of your life? Everything is sleight of hand, bro.
Oh, now it's the.
Everything, bro. Everything is, how can I finesse you? That's what the kids say now. Kids say finesse. Finesse is the new word that kids say to say, I'm getting over on somebody. I'm finessing you.
Well, dude, you brought up Instagram. I just feel like maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like a lot of these young girls are paying me to hang out.
They're hookers. Yeah.
It's cool to get paid to
Dude.
and again, it's probably who you and I follow on Instagram.
One of my cute homegirls that I flirt with, that I was just kind of flirting with, she just hit me the other day like, hey, babe, you can buy videos off me, 3 videos for $100 and I was like debating this shit. Like, I do want to see you naked. And then I was like, nah.
Fuck that, man.
The American
There's so
dream.
much ass on the internet. Why would you? Like, I have a friend of mine who's
but check it.
Hold on.
Oh, no,
My friend was just like, oh, dude, I know this guy pays me for naked pictures. And like, I was going to send him a video for $600. I'm like, who would ever pay $600 for a naked? There's
Tons
videos of
of
chicks
dudes.
blowing horses
Tons
for
of
free
dudes,
on
bro.
the internet.
But
Why would you pay for, no
would-
disrespect anybody
Oh,
in the
yeah,
room.
yeah.
Obviously, we have ladies here, but I don't want to be rude. But it's like, why would you pay for that shit?
Because the fact that they speak to you on the internet is the fantasy that makes them think. It's like an illusion that they like you. It's that stripper bullshit. It's the whole illusion that they like you. So the difference is, I could see ass for free all day, but if the chick is actually, hi babe, you're gonna send me $80 I'm gonna send you 3 pics, and in the video she says, hi Alex, this is for, she holds a little fucking thing with your fucking email. This is authentic. It's only for Alex, 2 megs or whatever. And that stupid little weak connection is enough for suckers to fucking drop all their dough, bro.
Dude, when you go to a strip bar and they make eye contact with you, they use every trick that normal girls do in a bar to let you know to hit on them. And you're like, oh, I think Sapphire likes me.
Dude, I met a girl that was a stripper, and I actually really liked her. And her mind is like, she's like, Alex, I'm a stripper. I see men on a whole nother level, so I can't connect with you because the way I see men is mad different. And I was like, I'm a nice dude, and she's like, yeah, but the way I see men.
What do they do when they get older, though? Like
they get with some of these tricks.
No, what happens in Vegas, you see it all the time. Vegas is the home of like hot moms because these dancers are dancing forever, and then they see a new like version of them coming out on the assembly line. They're like, oh shit, this game's almost over, and then they start dating that creeper. It's like, hey Sarah, do you want to go to our special place again, which is the fucking champagne room? And they marry those dudes.
Yeah.
It's a fucking crazy.
Hey, but it's been designed that way, Sam. It's been if we live in a whole pimp culture now. It's a pimp hoe culture. Hoes, Cardi B, no disrespect. Hoes are being celebrated like, oh, it's cool. It's freedom, women's lit. What's the white bitch? The bald white broad?
All of them?
Amber Rose.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, I'm a fucking hoe. I'm slut walk and all this bullshit.
Dude, the slut walk is the funniest thing ever.
But that's what it does. It glorifies hoes. So then it says, women, fuck it, sell yourself. You know what? You're beautiful. You're young. Fucking make 10 grand. But let me tell you, once again, going back to my girl that sells pictures, dude, if she gets 15 dudes, and that's it. That's nothing. That's nothing on the internet. She gets 15 dudes to give her $100 a month, bro. She doesn't have to work, bro. 15 dudes is nothing to carry on fictitious internet relationships with.
She figured it out. Have you heard of, I know you have.
A lot of them have.
Albert Pike.
Yeah.
So Sam, Albert Pike is a Freemason, okay? And he wrote a letter that people swear up and down is real. Some people swear that it's not. But basically, a sovereign grand commander of the Scottish Rite of Freemasonry, Albert Pike was, supposed Satanist, in a letter to a fellow high-ranking Mason, Giuseppe Mazzini, allegedly...
Giuseppe's shady as shit, dog.
He allegedly predicted 3 world wars.
Yeah, dude, I was just thinking about this.
That would lead to global domination and, quote-unquote, a new world order, with a third being caused by differences between political Zionists and those of the Islamic world.
Man, and then you see this shit playing out, you're like, oh, this is the long game. It's the long game, and it's all fucking, it's not even like Islam or Hebrews or Catholic. It's just these power elite people getting poor people to fight with each other on crazy shit, man.
Yeah, consider this prediction and then take into account the motto of the 33rd degree of the Scottish Rite of Freemasonry, which is Ordo ab Acata. Mispronounce it, but it's Latin for order out of chaos. That sounds like the raddest metal band from Norway.
Yo, bro, you never watched Adam? What was that show with Maxwell Smart? Remember that show?
Get Smart?
Get Smart?
Yeah.
It was chaos. The good guys, one of them was called Chaos, and the other one was called Control. You know, it's like Chaos and Control.
Oh my
Get
God.
Smart. You know what I'm saying? And he was always friends with the enemy. You know, he was always like, it was one was called Chaos, one entity. Either the good guys or bad guys were called Chaos, and the good guys or bad guys were called Control.
Unbelievable.
And it was like,
well, here's a lesson,
control,
one.
homie, like,
you guys will notice it maybe more often, and send us some pictures if you guys see them anywhere. The monarch butterfly.
I just saw this. This one's huge, dude. Like the monarch butterfly, like that's some shady shit too.
Yeah, it's used by those within the entertainment industry to symbolize the trauma-based mind control techniques being carried out predominantly on the female celebrity performing puppets we see relentlessly paraded in front of the idolizing masses.
Yeah, bro.
There are new goddesses, if you will, you know. Used in this context, the butterfly refers to the now declassified Project MKUltra, a sadistic mind control program
The worst.
developed by the CIA compromising a combination of psychological, science, and occult ritual, which was tested extensively
Unbelievable.
on military as well as civilians.
Unbelievable.
They're doing it now, bro. Instagram does it. Snapchat, bro. The whole shit about being a dog. Like, ladies, we have one lady in the house.
Yeah.
I
Lady.
I have one thing to ask. Why do women use that dog filter You're not a fucking puppy. You are not a kitty cat or a puppy. Women are the most important humans on earth. They are the givers of life. They bear children and are the most important humans on the face of the planet. You're not a little puppy. And you're not a little cat. And the reason that
because
they
do
love
that,
to
make funny faces.
well, no, they just love to like control you, like make you a little, like you're a little puppy, like you're to be handled. You need a handler. That's why you're a little kitty cat. That's bullshit. Dude,
well,
women are the
all
strong.
that stuff is facial recognition stuff done by the. Can you leave it on this screen? By the way, I like this the most. It is. It's all done by the CIA. You know that 23andMe. They got your DNA, and now the facial recognition of the Snapchat, and it's all about just being able to know exactly where you are all the time, every time. That butterfly shit is for real, dude.
Yeah.
You know, like anything Lady Gaga does, suspect. And people think I'm kidding, man. We've talked about it here, man. That halftime show she did Super Bowl, straight up the story of Lucifer. Now, I don't know if she does that just to get people to talk. But it is the story of Lucifer. I mean, without doubt. And I'm not religious. I'm spiritual. But
No,
you see her with
all
a
that shit
lot
is
of those whole...
symbolism, bro. All that shit. Dude, going back to Kanye West. Kanye West has a song after his mom died. His mom died getting plastic surgery. He has a song where he says, I sold my soul to the devil. It was a crappy deal. All I got was some toys like a Happy Meal. And he talks about, he's like, yo, I sold my soul to the devil with a crappy deal. All I got was some toys, cars, money, like a Happy Meal.
You see so
It's
many
in
people
there. It's all you
got
gotta
to
do is fucking, it's
they
there,
all
bro.
say they sold their soul. Bob Dylan.
Yeah. I saw that Bob, how he said he's in that interview, that famous interview with the 60 Minutes dude, where he says he sold his soul. Dude, a lot of these rappers, man, are crying and they're like, yo, dude, I see young rappers that are like supposedly on top of the fucking world with the millions of streams, and you'll see them on their personal Snapchat like I can't take this, I can't take this, and I don't have anybody. I'm like, motherfucker, you got 10 million in the bank, bro, and you ain't got nobody, bro. Like, and because they truly don't, bro. They sold, that paper. I'm sure that paper's nice, bro. Trust me, bro. We could use it, bro. I'm down with $100 grand.
I see a lot of people unhappy. I see it happen in comedy all the time.
Do you?
They're doing one way, and they get some heat going, and then they get all the handlers, all the agents, and their comedy changes, and they start doing this fucking pop comedy shit. Where they're like, why girls do this? Girls are weird, right? And you're like, oh, fucking, boom. And you're just like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
And you go up there and you spit some truth and people just stare at you like you're kickboxing pregnant women. You know what I'm saying? So, no.
For real, hey, I get it all the time, bro. I get it.
And here's another great little quote from Manly P. Hall that kind of brings it all together. There exists in the world today and has existed for thousands of years a body of enlightened humans united in what might be termed an order of the quest. It is composed of those who intellectual and spiritual perceptions have revealed them that civilization has a secret destiny. The outcome of this secret destiny is a world order ruled by a king with supernatural powers, quote unquote, the Antichrist. This king was descended from a divine race that he belonged to in the order of the illumined. For those who come to the state of wisdom then belong to the family of heroes, perfected human beings. So Manly P. Hall knew that the secret teachings was that we basically come from somewhere else.
Yeah, Anunnaki, lizard people, power elites. It's all there, dude. It's all there, and it's all real, man. So what do we got? We got the covering the eye. We got the OK symbol over the eye.
The horns.
The horns. We have the compass.
And
we
the
have the
monarch butterfly.
The monarch butterfly. Do we have any more?
There's the owl.
The owl. What does the owl represent?
So the owl represents Moloch, who was a Babylonian god, and he was worshipped. They'd make cast iron ovens, and they would throw babies into these ovens in Babylonian times. So Moloch is also located in a place called Bohemian Grove.
Yep.
The 2,700
Where
acre,
they do that weird shit.
Yep, sacrificial playground of the global elite set in the redwood forest of Monte Rio, California.
And also because the owl never sleeps. So the owl's all-seeing owl. It never sleeps. It's always watching.
It can see into the dark.
It can see into the dark. Yeah, exactly. But, you know that Bohemian Grove shit is.
Yeah, that's for
out of
sure
control,
real,
bro.
dude. That's why I think that there's a part of the very rich that push the pro-choice shit because they just want more fucking kids for their evil ass shit.
Dude,
Whether it's
They're-
making them join the military or kidnapping them and doing weird ass shit.
Yeah, no, there's still large pieces of land out here in the States that you can't even get near. You know, like the Bohemian Grove, one of
Yeah.
them, Camp David. You know what I'm saying? All those out there in Maine and shit, Kenny Bunkport, all those areas, bro. They're like, they need their places to conjugate and do their sacrifices and do their, you know what I mean? You never seen that dope ass movie that with Matt Damon, The Good Shepherd?
Yeah.
That was a dope ass movie where it showed the inside of Bohemian Grove in a sense. You know what I'm saying? And it showed that life of how it's a little homosexual, it's a little bit, you know,
A lot of gay shit.
a lot of gay shit, you know what I mean? A lot of
It's
fucking
all about getting weird and laying it on the line so that they have something on you so you get weird.
yeah.
Playing ball.
Yeah.
It's a very big part of the show.
Well, all giving all your, once someone has all your secrets, that's the whole thing on this earth is to gather up everyone's secret. You heard about these computers like Tyler and all that shit, right?
Yeah.
Did you hear about that? Dude, there's a computer system. One of the Tyler computers, there's a lot of them. One of them supposedly gathers because it learned what's right or wrong about, keeps constantly learning and correcting itself. So there's one of these computer systems that all it does is gather every piece of information on you that it deems you've ever done wrong. So if you've cheated on your taxes, if you're on your phone cheating on your lady, if you're on your phone talking about you did somebody dirty on any level, anything that you've ever done, and it just gathers.
It's a fat file on
Yeah,
Triple H.
and it just, yeah, your shit needs another megabyte.
Yeah.
But it's like, it basically gathers all the information to blackmail every single person in the United States.
Oh, dude, that's all this
but
pedo
it
gay
just
shit is,
and
dude.
it just locks you in, bro. And
You
it don't
sound like a conspiracy theorist.
yeah, but I mean,
It
it's
is, dude.
crazy, bro. Well, it could.
Pedogate's real.
That's real too, bro. Unfortunately, bro, that shit really saddens me, bro, because I've met people all over the world that have told me my music, which is kind of like has suicidal tendencies at times, because of the music that I make. I've spoken to people that have told me that their dad has sold children. I've spoken to, it's always young ladies. I've spoken to young ladies that said that, they're molested in Hollywood. Not to get too deep on that Corey Haim shit.
Yeah.
But I had this woman in my life for a little bit she had a drug problem and she was kicking it with Haim and Feldman, and she was just like, yo, bro, she's like, that shit over there she's like, that world over there, she's like, that shit is dark, bro. And my homegirl was really in a dark place. Beautiful. It's always, man, why is it always beautiful white women, bro? The most beautiful white women you've ever seen just caught up in the game, bro.
Well, hey,
and they've been getting sold and molested since they were fucking born, bro. And it just sucks, bro. You know what I mean?
Can't change it.
I feel 7 out of every 10 women I've ever met, I feel like they've been molested.
Well, man, to bring it on a positive note,
Sorry.
I mean, where can everyone?
Nah, dude, that's what this is
That's just
about,
it,
man.
yeah. It's just
we
like-
get in the mix, homeboy. We could be fucking Chuckles
Well, we
and
got something
patty
special.
cakes on another show.
Because it's rare that we get an MC like yourself. I was wondering. I know you got the new EP. Plug it before you take us on out.
Oh yeah. Just go to tumex.bandcamp. In this world of all this bullshit, the way the industry tries to not pay you for streams and iTunes and Tidal and all this fucking bullshit, I've chosen one medium. Some of my old records, there's terrible Pandora stations for me and terrible little stations like that. But to be honest, I've chosen to put all my life's work into Bandcamp. So that way, when you buy it, it goes directly to me. Like, fuck all this fucking streaming and all this bullshit. So,
Support the real.
I have 23 albums, and they're all on tumex.bandcamp.com. So if you want to listen to some conscious shit, I've got a lifetime of dope music. And like I said, the last record I put out was called Gentrification, and I'm putting out a couple records, man. I got a record coming out called Ghostwriting Songs for God.
Nice.
And some other records, bro. I'm always making music, so.
Before you sing
Yeah.
us out here, Sam, you think
yeah.
a Comedy Chaos is going to be sold tomorrow?
Yeah, I think it'll be sold
You got
out.
anything else to plug here?
No, just get that. Go check out our shirts. Check out our Patreon. It's a great way to support the show. And, dude, June 1st, get the Cobbs, man. We've sold more tickets in Sacramento, and we're only pushing Cobbs. So get out there. Go to Cobb's website. Don't go to third party. They're going to jack you for cash. Go to 2025. Those are the tickets. Come get weird, dog.
That's what's up, dude.
All right, here.
Oh, yeah. I'm trying to think what All right, I'm gonna do this. This is from an old record. And this is like 13 years old. Let's see if I can remember this. Yo.
Critics say go to hell, I go yeah. Stupid motherfucker, I'm already there. Critics say go to hell, I go yeah. Stupid motherfucker, I'm already there. Critics
2 Max.
say go to hell, I go yeah.
Tinfoil hat. It's my family right here. I encourage all my people to listen to all their shows. Word up. Yo. Rattlesnakes battle the shadow government as cattle stakes rattle my inner covenant. The divine slice resembles ice. The worldwide homeless resemble Christ. Unkept, just take 1,000 steps into the depths of the soul of my eyes to see what's next. Tribal revivals and Bible prophecies, metaphor, meditation, and Mephistopheles. Worldwide homeless, other atrocities, other kind of bullshit, I can't philosophies. Yo, follow me down, this path is stopping me. These motherfuckers, they know they can't stop it, yo. I'm fucking sick of this world, I'm trying to stay high. I'm trying to show you my heart before it's taken by the AI. My heart is the algorithm that you could never imprison. The shadow hand has arisen. I'm fucking sick of these mumble rappers, they fumbling. I'm taking over the play-by-play. Greg Gumbel King takes queen. Yo, my chest level's on hard. Y'all just think y'all worth more than you are. Y'all some pawn stars. Yo, my rhymes travel beyond stars. I'm really Henry from Party Down. That was on stars. I think I'm going blind like Brother Ali. After 20 years in the game, like Muhammad Ali, with nothing left to show but 100 raw trees. All dead from broken bad poetry. This obsession, saying things that no one else will. Saying the kind of shit that gets a lot of men killed when you're trying to carve life out of wood. And you know deep down in your heart, you're forever misunderstood. When you know your future is a bullet to the temple. It's hard to live like the temple and live, it's all so simple. Yo, I'm fucking sick of this world. I'm trying to stay high. I'm trying to show you my heart before it's taken by the AI. My heart is the algorithm that you could never imprison. The shadow hand has arisen. I'm fucking sick of this world. I'm trying to stay high. I'm trying to show you my heart before it's taken by the AI. My heart is the algorithm that you could never imprison. The shadow hand has arisen. Word.
Yeah.
Ooh, bro.